Hello everybody, hello everyone. I hope my lighting is proper and it's better. I am back again on my next episode. I am your life coach and I'm also your NLP practitioner. And today I want to speak to you about something that I feel is very important for you to sort of remember, as we journey this life, as we discover ourselves, as we come across all these obstacles and conquer. There are certain things we need to constantly remember about ourselves, guys. But before we get into that, on the button below, I want you to subscribe so that whenever I upload a new video, you can get a notification and be able to engage with me, okay? And I'll respond to you, I promise. And guys, as I've said, I've not been consistent in terms of uploading my videos, but I do promise I'll do my best this year in particular to at least push as much as I can per week, be able to upload new content that will build you and transform you. And at the same time, I will grow as a coach, because that will allow, the more you engage with me on the comment section, I will get to understand what you value the most, what it is that you want to hear me talk about. All right. So today, I've been seeing clients for the entire month of January and February up to now. And issues are coming up, guys. And I feel like the more we go through challenges of life, either be work, either be relationship, either be finances, either be, within our family, sometimes it could even be with the way that we feel about ourselves, Sometimes it could even be physical issues, it could be issues of illness. So we go through so many things in our lives. People have lost jobs, for example. Right now, the cost of living is very high, and that affects our families. It affects our relationship, at the same time. We do hear people now and then. We hear people say, if you don't have money, if you are not employed, I cannot be in a relationship with you. And of which, guys, I feel is true. Okay, but now that for me is a symptom of what is really happening in the country, in our society. Okay, so things are very hectic, so it's tough. People are going through depression. The stats of mental health related illnesses, guys, it's very high. There's issues of suicide. There's issues of people are saying their workplaces are toxic. There's so many more things that are happening at this time, at this point. Just yesterday I had a client who was struggling to deal with issues at work. There was just so much happening. But now, guys, remember, okay, life is not just that. Life is not that bad. Let's try and move away from that state. All these things have happened. Some of them you cannot change. Maybe some of them you can begin to change and begin to grow from them. If you cannot change them, maybe learn lessons from them. Okay, but life is not all about that. I want you to remember your worth. I want you to remember your value. What is good about you? What else is happening? What else is happening of good? What else is good about your life? Probably you have a family to be grateful for. Guys, this is what I've realized. When you look at the positive and when you are grateful, even if it's a little thing that you've accomplished, you begin to feel good about yourself and your world begins to change. And once your world begins to change, you then begin to tap into your creative state or into your creative mind. And once you begin to tap into your creative mind, then solutions begin to generate themselves within you. Then in that way, you get into action and you are now more solution oriented, as opposed to complaining about the hecticness of life and the craziness of life. So that's one way you can try and maneuver through all these circumstances. Because what I do know is this is how the mind works, guys. The mind works in duality. So for every problem, there's always a solution. The mind is never one. Remember, guys, we live in duality. First of all, there's male and female, there's black and white. There's light, there's dark. So that is how life comes to us. That is how we actually experience life. We experience life in duality. So whenever you experience a problem, there's also a solution for it. First comes the solution then, because all solutions, guys, are built, all solutions are installed within us, but now it's really a matter of being able to tap into that creative mind, because everyone is brilliant. You are brilliant. You have all the solutions. You are creative. You are innovative. God gave you all the ideas that you need to be able to live in this world. God gave you the provision to be magnificent, to glow and shine in this world. All those resources are built and installed within you. So for every problem that you may be facing right now, or for everything that may be going wrong as you are saying right now, understand there's a solution, but it's really about you being able to tap into your creative state. And how do you do that? Be grateful for every other good thing that is going right. First of all, be grateful for life. There's much more. There's much more to be grateful for, guys. Maybe you have a family. Be grateful for your family, whether you're in good terms or not. But you still have a family. You have people that love you. You still have shelter under your head, under your, you still have roof on top of your head. So there's many more things to be grateful for. Find them, guys. They are there. Don't allow your mind to be programmed into always finding wrongs in life, because what then happens is you also begin to find wrongs in other people. And what that does is you begin to lose good people in your life, people who are like angels, people who are like guides, people who are there to support you and sort of make you and remind you of who you are. But now because you cannot see the good in them, then you lose them. So is life and its experiences, guys. Life can be one-sided. Life can be that bad. What is good about you? I know that I'm brilliant. And guys, you need to write all these things down. Now I'm coaching you. You write all these things down. Because when you write it down, you are sending it out in the universe, and you will always remember it. You are honest. If you are honest, you're loving. You are a caregiver. You are intelligent. You are a problem solver. You are a peacemaker. And you are beautiful. You are clean. You're smelling good. All these things, on as much as they may not be important for the next person, but these are important to you. You are a good person. All these wonderful and amazing things, appreciate them. Don't look for anything else that is out there. What do you have at the table? Who are you? Remind yourself of your worth and your value. And guys, constantly remind yourself, especially when you are going through things that sort of make you begin to doubt yourself, make you begin to lose your self-esteem or your self-confidence. Begin to remind yourself of all these things. You are an amazing person. What do people appreciate about you? Maybe people are saying you are good at giving advice, or you are a good advisor. That is who you are. Don't forget. So you cannot just look at what the other, aspect of life and forget the rest of it. Because for me, I feel like the negative that is happening, because it's really not about what is happening in our society, but it's really about our state. Because all these activities, how the actual impact of it, the actual impact is in how these things make us feel, is in how, because if you feel negative, probably you are going to be paralyzed. For example, if you feel a sense of fear, you are going to be paralyzed. Your creative state is blocked completely. You can't be creative. Your love portals, you can't accept and receive love. Your blessing portals, you can't receive and accept love. Even with forgiveness, you can't receive. And what do those things do eventually? They have impact even on your physical body. So I would say to you, focus on what you have now. Focus on what you have now. Appreciate what you have now. Live as if you are already there, because one thing about the subconscious mind, it cannot really differentiate between, because it's really about the state. So if you are feeling like a millionaire, you are in that state. Even if these things are not physically there, physically seen, you don't have them physically, but if you are in that state, your subconscious mind cannot tell if it's there or it's not there. It's like if you're thinking of an event that took place last year, the subconscious mind cannot tell if it's happening now or it happened last year. So how about you begin to get into a positive state at all times? Imagine how much more ideas you are going to tap into and generate, and begin to create a new world, a world that you desire, a world that you see for your children and for your generations and for your family, a world that you imagine, a world that is so peaceful and lovely, a world that has provision and sustainability. Imagine, tap into that box. Imagine how creative you could be. Imagine how you'll be a well-known person, a world changer, a game changer, a pioneer, someone who's never been seen before, an idea that has never been seen or heard of before. I mean, if you think about all the brilliant people, guys, who came up with all this innovative stuff, they got these ideas only when they tapped into a creative state. So some of them will be in a trance state, and once they're in the trance state, they're able to quiet every other noise and get into that creative state of themselves, because everyone has it. So being grateful allows you to tap into that state. Saying thank you for this day allows you, thank you for the food allows you. I drank water, I conquered this day as much as it was hard. I conquered my battles last day as much as it was hard, because it's really about taking it one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't look at the whole year of 2023. Look at today. What can I do today? What action can I take today? Because also, guys, in coaching, we are about getting you into action. Get you into action. Have a goal plan. Have an action plan. So once you begin to tap into that creative state, you begin to work. Your mind begins to map out all these ways of navigating towards your goal. So guys, I love you very much. This is Thulani Molefe. I will come again and speak to you quite profoundly, right? And let's change our world. I love you.